Disclaimer: the information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GAN's processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
Hello and welcome everyone to the 67th public meeting for testimonials here on Monday, June 13th, 2022. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the Public Teachings in English. My name's Rick Crammond, and I'll be a host today, along with Mark and perhaps even Mr. Keshe as a co-host. He's traveling today and is a special guest, but not sure how much we'll be able to hear from him. And welcome everyone to today's program. We look forward to hearing from Gianni in probably about a half an hour from now, and he'll have the latest on his dome building and other activities using various plasma technologies, including the nano-technology and GANs technology, and incorporates into his structures and into his building techniques. So we look forward to that. We also have one new testimonial in the Testimonials website in the gardening and gardening section from Lewis Blankfield from Johannesburg, South Africa, who says, I made 4 ping pong balls, each filled 3/4 with liquid plasma CO2. I placed them in the garden, 3 in a triangle at the base of the garden, and 1 2 meters above the ground in the center. The plant growth and flowers are unbelievable, and it's so easy to do. To fill the ping pong balls, I drilled 2 holes close to each other, then filled with a syringe, sealed the holes with plastic liquid that you set with ultraviolet light. Okay, and that was that testimonial. That's quite interesting. It's also several people have mentioned using ping pong balls in a tetrahedral configuration in garden situations with great success. I know Gianni uses the Ganses in his greenhouses and in his gardening, and I've got a picture of one of his units in his suspended in his greenhouse here that I was going to show. I think this is at the top of his geodesic dome greenhouse, that one of many that Gianni has built. And you can see with the black nano-coated wooden framing, he's got a what does he call it? The sun, or the I think he calls it a sun configuration, which is 2 coils of GANs. I believe he has 2 smaller tubes inside of these tubes as well, and that's part of his configuration. He might show us how he makes those today, I suspect. He did send some pictures, but I don't want to spoil it for him. But he uses these both in his garden and in his greenhouses with great success. Okay, didn't want to get too much in depth into Gianni's stuff yet, but that's just a teaser for what's coming up later. Okay, does anyone have something they would like to bring up today? Perhaps experience or some... Oh, someone's quick at the microphone.
No, I've never had a green thumb. I think I've always overwatered my house plants, and then I just stopped buying them. But with the plasma technology, and I'm sure everyone here could probably give a small testimony regarding their houseplants if they have it. I just put a dish under the plant's dish and let the plant, usually, sometimes I'll feed from the top, but most of the time I'll just pour it into the dish and let the plant absorb it. And very good results, amazing results. I think I've shown a couple pictures in the past, and the plants are still sprouting. I don't think I've had one failure. Maybe one. I think I bought some sort of cactus and I overwatered it recently. But other than that, all the spider plants, the bamboo, the other ivy plants, all seem to take well to the GANs. So if anyone wants to show this technology to themselves or their families, I think this is the most easy, simple way of showing what it can do with elevating the soul of the plant, as I understand it, and then the plant shows its beauty. It's just as simple as that, without any fertilizers, without any bug repellents or anything. So if anyone has house plants, I would encourage them to just take a cup of CO2. And again, I don't exclusively water it with the GANS water. Most of the time, I think it's just plain tap water. And intermittently, I will add the energy or the CO2 or the cup of life, number one, and works very, very well. So thank you, Keshe Foundation, for sort of showing me what I was doing wrong, perhaps. And again, you get feedback from the plants as well. They seem to, by looking at a beautiful plant, it actually elevates you. And we've seen so many of the things in China, the amount of production. I know there's much of the data has sort of been classified or intergovernmental, and I don't have any proprietary formula. I'm just going according to what I think or how I feel about adding the GANS waters to the plants. But in actual studies, you know that it increases the yield, shortens growing season, increases protein content, and this has all been documented in China and other locations and has been shared amongst governments at this time. So it's a beautiful way to just sort of play with the technology.
Yes, and you've also experimented with other things when you had your copper wire above the plant, and the plant didn't like the plain copper, and you had to to remove it that time. And
I looked for a quick hanger, and I took a piece of copper wire, not realizing it, and it was close to the top of the plant, and the plants just sort of backed away.
They don't like the matter level copper so much, but they like the nano copper. Funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a beautiful way for everyone to start. If you're a little apprehensive or just want to put your toe into the technology, allow the plants to show you, and they'll give you the feedback of what this technology can actually do. And of course, I always thought it was, why are we increasing the yield when it's not the ethos to take another entity to preserve your own energy in a way? But it was spoken that by using these waters, and I think Lisa in Australia has said that with her customers, that she provides lettuce for the restaurants, and we've heard it spoken by Mr. Keshe, that it's actually a soul elevator by using the GANS materials or the GANS waters. And again, that's probably, as he said, on the larger farms, you can't possibly water the whole plantation every day, which it'll probably come down to just fields or reactors, or as we've seen with Dr. Gatwa and his pineapple plantation there, how he's made star formations and the soil seems moister, the plants seem lusher, and apparently the pineapples are sweeter. So it's another win-win technology for agriculture. And of course, the runoff, the pesticides, And of course, now with the fertilizer shortage, I would think a number of growers would want to take advantage of this CO2 or what have you to supplement as a semi-permanent fertilizer. Again, without the runoffs and without with an inexpensive input, let's say, because we know fertilizer prices have gone up quite a bit. But it all depends on your farm and your location and how you could move these waters around. But I think it'll end up coming down to drying it, and as we were told, putting it on the soil as a semi-permanent 3 to 5 year fertilizer process, which in this time, I know even some farmers are not even growing because of the lack of fertilizer, or they just can't afford it. They would actually go negative if they paid 2 or 3 or 4 times the amount. So I think everyone should play with it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yep. Definitely fertilizer prices are going to continue to go up. The price of oil is continuing to go up, and they're tied together quite intimately.
So the foundation has provided a solution in that area, as well as increased harvest. And of course, many farmers don't farm all year and end up still in the hole with not even enough money to feed their families in some countries, in some cases. And so the foundation has stepped in and provided a solution in this area, as well as the others, as we know.
Yeah, it's a big issue in some countries, especially like China and other Korea and other countries where the farmers are relying on, they used to rely on the old systems, and now they have the new systems with the grains and rice and so on, have to have all the correct fertilizers and pesticides and herbicides and whatever other sides, and it's all part of the package, and you have to be able to afford the complete package, the GMO seeds and the special, Roundup ready crops, and for the Roundup when they're ready, and so on and so forth. And if you omit any of the steps, then you're not going to have good quantity of your crops coming out. So there's a lot of stress and financial stress on these farmers that they didn't really used to have. And so that's causing a lot of them to have breakdowns and depression, and there's actually an extremely high suicide rate with the farmers in China and other places like that.
And India as well.
Even in developed countries, it's a similar thing. There's a lot of stress because they have to put out millions of dollars, and it's questionable whether they're going to get it back and so on.
Oh, and by the way, did I mention the technology being used for reversing genetically modified seeds?
Yes, I don't think right. So this is a consideration as well with perhaps trying to move out of that a trap, you could say, of high dollar investment into your farm when you may not to be able to recover it, especially when the prices suddenly get jacked up 400% or whatever.
Right. I've met a farmer who has a number of medium-sized greenhouses, I guess 600 by 600s, and mostly flowers grown to retail at the big box stores and at the farmer's market. But the grandfather told me that they spend $150,000 before they even get started just on seeds every year, and that was a number. So that's quite a big input before you've even gotten any return just on the seeds.
Definitely, we've seen some good results from Gianni, who's shared quite a few times in this workshop about his results in his farm in Romania. And he kind of puts his neighbors to shame in many ways, because they often have bare ground. Like the traditional way of planting is you plow your ground, so it's bare to start with, bare ground and, upturned earth. Then you plant the seeds, and then you have a period where the seeds start to take root and grow and from little plants into bigger plants and so on. And there's a long time where the fields are relatively bare while these small plants are growing. But with that's the way Johnny's neighbors grow their crops. But Gianni has this lush garden, kind of almost like a some kind of Amazon jungle with tall plants throughout the year, basically. And he doesn't cut them down in the way the farmers usually do. So he allows sort of a natural transitions to take place, and he allows the weeds to be there, and has a whole different planting technique or farming technique. He allows for the natural seeding and proliferation of the plants from year to year. Very interesting.
And of course, that one of the areas that this technology applies to is agriculture.
Yes, one of many, actually. We've talked about the other aspects here, the health aspects, the everything from energy and now we have going to space as part of our part of the new technology, going to space without the spaceship. Lissy says in the chat here, hello everyone. Since the pandemic began, I've carried the spray with Cup 1 everywhere I visit and walk. Banks, clinics, stores, malls, parks, beach, airport, plane. The balance in the ecosystem is very important to achieve peace. Also in the plants around the beach, the sea, and artificial water sources. And Dan mentions the hair tree. I'm not sure what a hair tree in the garden has blossomed a lot now. 3 weeks ago I made green cuttings. Yesterday I saw a new branch. How it blossomed is from the nearby Gans. Bloomed a month ago. Pears. Oh, pear tree, not a hair tree. A pear tree, of course. Thank you, Dan.
I thought you were going to bring in maybe one or two of those previous testimonials from last week, Rick, because, I mean, they are so fascinating and so interesting to hear. But as you said, you wanted sort of live testimonials.
Yeah, and, like I invited Mr. Keshe to bring testimonials of that into this testimonials group, but he wanted to keep them as a separate testimonials teaching or just a separate channel, basically. So we've had 2 of those space travel simulation testimonials, 2 programs so far, and we expect the 3rd one later this week. So perhaps we could have a look at that, but I kind of preferring to keep them it'd be nice to hear more of the testimonials of the other parts of the technology. But if we are running short on testimonials of the other parts of the technology, then we can have a listen to an excerpt of the flight system simulation testimonials.
And
So
I was been the ones going into Arizona would arrive soon, and but apparently they're on delay. But you would have so many probably testimonials coming out of that John's facility there that you'd be standing in line to get in here. But at this point, it's sort of on hold until other agreements, I guess, can be worked out in the background.
Hello, my dear Rick. Can I say something?
certainly,
Hello, my
Shweta,
dear Rick.
hi.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Good. Go ahead.
Good. I want to share, as Mark said, that the farmers are committing suicide. It is very sad. In India, it is in a high rate. The giver was not taken care of, and even the soil. Sorry for the background. Even the. I will go outside. I apologize. There is much noise inside. So I want to say that, even the soil of the farming land are destroyed because of the pesticides. In the olden times, people used to do the agriculture with the animal dung and all spread around. Even the shepherd give their sheep to graze so that they can have their dung there, and the whole organic thing will go on accordingly. But even the trace elements are gone because of these pesticides. So they are clueless and hopeless.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if I am thankful to my dear Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute, that we are doing, as when I was making this guns material, when I was just started making that in 2015. And here, I was not even totally aware of the knowledge, totally aware. Even making the CO2 guns, I was just making it because everybody's making, I was also making. But then when I sprayed the CO2 water in my garden, as Mark was saying, in the garden, and I sprayed that, and hello.
That is the brand of things. The colors of coffee that makes that.
Okay, we got that. I apologize, Shweta. Somebody had their mic.
Oh, no, you don't have to. The same thing goes on sometime. When I sprayed that guns, there was a marigold. I have shared in One Planet, One Race, marigold flower, little marigold plants, and there was a beans plant, and beans are coming out. And usually what happened here, it is a very dry place where I live. Usually what happens is this all get infected with parasites, little insects, not infected. But when I sprayed the guns, the beans were more longer and more healthier, and the plant was more green, and not a bit of that infection there. And even these other vegetables I growed in the garden was colorful and very tasty, like a larger form of beans or pumpkin, like that. I shared it, and that I understood now. That time I was just working, and in the neighborhood, my neighbor was spraying pesticides on the plants for the infection parasite infection on the plants. You usually do in many infestation. But what happened? My plant was clean, and I was amazed. When I was spraying, I even didn't know, but now I know why the colors became so vibrant, and suddenly it balances. It balances, as these are vertical people, natural. The plasma, they balance themselves. Like whatever we do, they balance themselves like that. And they accepted this beauty as they are like that. So if government of India or people of India understand this technology properly, then the most we are coming from this physicality, and we are coming from this physicality. Then there will be no hunger anymore. Everybody can be feeded, and they can be living to see the transformation, the dimension. So this is a testimony I want to give, and I wish the farmers will get what they lost. And in the space, there's also an experience, and I want to share. This is a soulful experience. As the flight system is going on, I saw myself, as Galib was saying, that I felt alone. I also felt that, it was always the water I am crossing. It was always the water I had to cross. And this time, what I have seen manifesting, I'm just observing what I'm seeing from within me, that I'm walking through the water, and there was crystalline forms of structures there. And when I walked in, I was feeling so lonely, and I was injured from several in a part of my body, and my clothes are torn and dirty. I am also dirty like that. But these beings came. I can't see their face, but I see them like human, They came and they brushed my shoulder with so much love and helped me to stand up, stand up, and helped me. And then I just started to transform. And when I see the whole area, many are coming like that, The children, the old people, those are in pain, I have seen here, they are there. And the same beings are taking them towards the door where we have to enter. And we have to enter, and there is no light from outside. That is the light from inside coming, I love red color. So the red light is coming in vibrancy. Sorry. So I want to share that these are the things, and I will say, as the flight system is going on, the kindness is done, kind of that, I was so relieved by seeing that. And yes, of course, I have seen structures in the sky, so-called sky, but what I experienced is the ocean so out of comprehension, like that. This is my whole experience, I will say. Well, as you say, Mark, for the farmers, maybe there is no need of farming here. There is a need of farming in this physicality with the technology universal to enhance, elevate, to live. Here, living is very important. We have to be living to live, to transform. So this is the way I think we should go on, and India should understand that we are crossing the boundaries. We are no more India or Brazil, or we are one planet and one race and one nation, my dear. Thank you for letting me say. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Salam, namaste, salute. Is that okay?
Yes. Thanks, Sweta. Thanks very much. Yeah, I know it's a big issue in India as well as other places.
Yeah, here in India, where I live, it is a small city, It's very small, dry, small city. But here is the Union Carbide, the urea created that poisonous effect in when many people died. Union Carbide, you have heard that. And these containers, this factory created these pesticides. And many died for that accident because of the explosion of one tank and the leakage of methyl isocyanate. This is very in the newspaper all over the world. And the politicians helped the criminals to escape. So this is what happened. But as we are elevating the soul, if the soul is giving blessings, then there is a Kali. It justifies. She justifies everything in a way. So, like the antimatter, observes and takes. So here, freedom can be any type, like that. So, thank you, my dear.
Notice Gianni was in the chat. I hope I didn't block him by hitting the wrong button.
Oh yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, this is this floating panel. I don't understand why. Sometimes it'll do it and sometimes it won't. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. I might have to get Stanley to to change Johnny's ID or something like that in order to get him back in. 'Cause he's probably been banned now.
Sorry, Gianni.
Yeah.
Turn in my co-hosting.
Yeah, it's not good. It's you have to have a different system there or something.
I'm on an advanced iPad. Well, 3 years old.
Yeah.
Why it's doing? No. Well, hopefully we see it soon. But there was a hand up, I think, and someone else. I think Raquel had a testimony.
Yeah, let's listen to our hand up here. If it's a hand up that would like to talk, is it Marusala? Is that the name? I'm not sure. You have a Gmail address there. But go ahead if your mic is open.
Sí, buenas tardes.
Hola Maru, ¿necesitas apoyo con la traducción?
Sí, gracias, Felipe. Sí.
Okay, so yeah, she's Maru. Okay, Maru, dale, adelante.
Bueno, buenas tardes a todos. Habla María Eugenia Salamanca desde Colombia. Quiero compartir dos testimonios hoy.
Okay, she's Maria Eugenia from Colombia, and she wants to share a couple of testimonies with us. Adelante, Maru.
Bueno, el primero es que coloqué una formación estelar sobre un cultivo de tomate cherry.
Okay, so the first one, she placed the star formation over a tomato cherry crop. You know, these small tomatoes. I don't know if anybody knows them, but the cherry tomatoes, the small ones. Okay. Sigue.
Tengo un video de ello, no sé si lo pueda compartir, Felipe.
She's got a video. Where should she send it, or how can she share it here?
Video?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the video about again? Is it a personal video or like her own video?
Yeah, it's about the experience with a crop she did.
Right.
She grew a tomato cherry crop
Okay.
with star formation plasma. And
Right.
she wants to
Okay,
share
let
it.
me promote her as a panelist and then she can share.
Okay, good. Maru, entonces él te van a ascender a panelista para que puedas compartir tu pantalla y nos muestres el video, ¿vale?
Okay, you're in as panelist now, and let me allow to start video and so on there. You should be able to, I'll stop my sharing and you should be able to share your video now.
Listo, Maru, adelante, ya lo puedes compartir.
Does she know how to share?
Maru, puedes Puedes compartirlo ya. ¿Sabes cómo hacerlo? María Eugenia. Ok, ahí va.
See it?
Just a second so I get this lined up.
Raquel, could you close your mic or I'll close it for you?
No, sorry.
I think she's trying to share, but she might. Oh, jeez.
Hi, I asked to Jenny to change the last number of the ID for coming back because it's banned with last ID.
I apologize for that.
Yeah, he's trying to communicate with me. I'm trying to deal with it in the background here, so I just can't do everything all at once here.
Can we go back to that video again? We were.
Marvin, ¿podemos ver de nuevo el video? ¿Podemos volver al video, Marvin? María Eugenia.
I'm sorry. May I say something?
Ya es que se me había cerrado el micrófono.
Okay. Sorry, her mic was closed, but now she does. Si quieres poner el video, ¿no?
Estaba compartiendo una foto porque el video no me lo permite, o sea, no me permite encontrarlo. En la foto muestro lo vigorosas que están las plantas a pesar de un año de invierno, donde se han visto afectadas otras plantas que están fuera de esa formación estelar, especialmente esas del tomate que están dentro de la formación estelar, donde muestro las botellitas, ahora la vuelvo a compartir, muy fuertes, eso quería compartir. Okay. Esa formación estelar tiene 4 botellas en el fondo y una arriba, son 5. Y tienen,
o sea, son 4 en la base.
4 en la base y una arriba, y tienen gas y plasmática de CO2 y zinc.
Eso es lo que yo veo por todo.
Okay, so yeah, she had trouble sharing the video, so there was a picture. She said she made a formation of 4 bottles of GANs in the base, and on the top there's another bottle. And she said that it was a very tough winter, but the plants grew very big and healthy, even though it was less than a year. She's using water, plasma, the zinc, me dijiste, Tulia? Zinc y CO2? Maru, perdón. And so we can see that she has different species of plants, but her tomato cherries were the ones that grew the most. But all the plants around grew very healthy.
Demasiado, yo ahorita estoy bien débil.
Quedé llena.
Okay, please go ahead. Maru, continúa.
Felipe.
Sí.
Otra cosa que quiero compartir es un taller de la ciencia del plasma que dictamos aquí en la montaña. Es que acá la señal es un poco maluca. Tengo unas fotos, se las dictamos a 20 personas y quiero compartir esas fotos, ya las voy a compartir.
Por supuesto. Well, she loads the pictures. She's telling us that she shared a workshop with 20 people that live near her farm, and they taught the technology of plasma science for 20 people. They did this workshop, and she's going to share some pictures with us.
Allí mostramos todo lo que se hace en esta finca con tecnología de plasma, con la formulación de Yani.
Okay, so she's showing these farmers how to make the technology, how to implement it on their crops. And this was also a result of the workshops made with Yani. And she transferred this information to the other farmers near her house. Okay.
Acá estamos mostrando los parches, las diademitas, todo lo que hacemos también en el tema de salud.
And so also she's teaching how to use the health patches to applying to the body. Hoy tienes una diadema con plasma, ¿no? En la cabeza, estaba bien también.
Sí, estoy mostrando los parches. Un segundito. También quiero que les cuentes que todo lo de la agricultura lo hacemos por transmisión de campos.
Okay. Also about the agriculture technology, it's all by field transferal. They apply that technique to using the plasma on crops.
Acá estamos mostrando el agua que tomamos por transmisión de campos de zinc, de gas de zinc y plasmática de zinc.
So this is zinc water and zinc plasma, and they use the field transferal.
Bueno, y también quiero compartirles que como como desde este taller han regresado personas con más personas a saber de la ciencia del plasma, y hoy tenemos planillado un taller de 30 personas para hacer los reactores de cada uno. Cada uno trae el material para hacer su reactor de CO2 y zinc.
Okay. And so because of the results they had with the people implementing the technology, there's now new people that's interested in knowing about this. So they already have scheduled an additional workshop with the new people.
Eso es parte de las personas que asistieron al taller, entre ellas varios médicos.
And these are the picture of some of the attendees. There were some doctors as well, people in the health area. Mm-hmm.
Y aquí estamos enseñándoles cómo se hace un reactor de CO2.
And this is the teaching for making a CO2 container.
Y los contenedores donde nanocubrimos.
And these are also the containers where they do the nano coating.
Bueno, sería eso, Felipe, creo yo.
And that's it for now. Gracias, Mario.
Does she encourage? Thank you. That was a very beautiful testimony. Does she encourage the others to share? Sometimes race car drivers or farmers or other people, when they learn a secret, they don't always like to share it with others in the same business. Perhaps it's some professional jealousy or something along that line, but I think the more we share it, the more fields will be even around your own farm. So I think that would be an important point, to encourage the sharing of this and not to keep it just for yourself and for your farm. Rick, I think you need to put a background back up if you're not too busy in the background.
Too busy in the background to share a background. Let me get it up here. Here we go. Well, we're still trying to get Gianni in, not having much luck yet, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to hear from him today.
If anyone else has a phone in his group, couldn't he join that way? Or is he by himself, perhaps?
Yeah, he would have to join through a different email address.
This is a public meeting. Can't anyone join this public forum?
Well, he can't now because he's banned. But if he has a different email address, then that could work.
Hello, Dean. Can you hear me?
Yes? Is that Jacko? Who was it there?
Oh, I think that was Joseph.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that was me. I wanted to take a call and then the microphone also in Zoom opened up. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Thanks. And Raquel mentions in the chat another very, very active person in agriculture and using the technology is Tulia Martinez, also from Colombia and a neighbor of Maru. Okay, thank you for that. We have also from Raquel a testimonial in the chat. I don't think it's been mentioned yet in my absence here. Raquel says, last Saturday my granddaughter came home. The night before she had slipped on the stairs. She had a scrape on the instep of her foot and it hurt even when water fell on it. She told me, Grandma, can you give me some of your magic water? I put a few drops of CO2 and zinc oxide plasma water with a little salt. The next day she showed me the foot was completely healthy. Thank you, Raquel. And Dan has a couple of video offerings, if I can just get them saved here. Alright, let's have a look at Dan's videos. Oops. Okay, Dan, you mentioned not to play the sound, I think. Do you want to kind of explain these as we go along?
Yes, but my kitty cat is enjoy to play with my nano-coating coils and between the day and night between my reactors, cup 1, cup 2, and the cups. And I surprise, I capture the, let's say, way how it behaves. Every time it's taking down the coil, the everything what is I hiding the coils because every time it's ready in my house. And when it's touching the settings with the, let's say, copper from cup 2, when it's looking, it's like looking the field to see something. Sometimes it's drinking from the cup, licking the salt. And look now. There we go. And it's interesting when it's playing. It's prefer place of the cat during the night, in the 4 in the morning. It wake me up playing, and every time I find him in top. You can play the other video if you want. It's more like a question, because my pear tree, it's flourished 1 month ago, and I let's say cutting the green, or making the crown of taking the branch out. And yesterday I see it flourish again, one new branch, and I hear sometime when it's autumn very long, but perhaps it's for the field of the cans, which let's say closer to the garden. I don't know, it's more like a question, but it's beautiful to see flourish again, and I looking if she make the fruit from this flower.
So we can have a look at the other video?
Yes, if you... I will make the other experience, because I, let's say, cut the cherry tree. It's sick. I utilize the plasma water gans, and I will see what happening. I will see. The pear, it's the fruit of this. It's very big in the final. Now it's like a nut, more or less, in 1 month. And you can see here where is appear a new flower. Usually not after you have the fruit, it's not flourishing again. But it's better when you surprise this catching the video.
So you said that was a pear tree, Dan?
Yes.
P-E-A-R, yes.
Yes. Like a cousin of brother of the apple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I see a pear on there going straight
Yes,
up. Is that a pear right in the
have the
middle on
fruits.
top?
She have the fruits. I take the branch down for not have the shadow. No, it's needed because I negligate from sometimes this garden. And I take the branch down in the green 3 weeks ago, more or less. It's flourishing 1 month ago in the 7th or 6th of May. And yesterday I see where is the new branch. I see this flower and I take the picture, take this little video. Because I know usually it's not flourishing again in the same year. And I'm very surprised and I'm waiting for see what happened with this flower. Is making the fruit or not? Because closer in 10 meters, more or less, I have the gains of copper, gains of CH3, and zinc oxide, and the other gains.
Yeah, I think the plasma takes very well with agriculture. It just seems quite a simple application. And then if you know really how to use it with what Mr. Keshe says is our proprietary formulas, which he hasn't shared with the knowledge seekers, I can imagine the results are even more phenomenal. But just bringing it into the proximity of the plants, they seem to do quite well.
It's interesting when I hear someone talk about by, let's say, the flowers. I search quickly in my phone to see I have something like this, and always it's pop out in the subject.
Always what in the subject, you say?
Which means always is fitting. It's match.
Okay.
The subject with what you have in the mind with what you have in the hand.
Looks like a rather small pear tree. Is it very old? It looks just a few years, so many years old.
It's let's say when I have in the other phone I have let's say video, a picture. It's more or less in 4 meter of the, I don't know, 10 year.
Wow.
And I cut in the brand, I reduce the height, and I try to rejuvenate it to making fruits, because when it's too much branch, it's only vegetation. You don't have the fruit, let's say, so bigger. So, but I remember 2 years ago I eat from this, and she have the fruit very big. I don't know, like big, sweet, and very soft fruit.
So by pruning it, it made more energy go towards the fruit end of it? Yeah.
Yes, and I create a new branch and in new direction, and I offer the possibility to making the other fruits in next years, because normally the pear it's making in the branch of second year, third year, and barely in the first year. You create the possibility, the environment to Zvirp, new way to have the fruit, not the wood. We have the problem with frozen.
Sorry, do you want me to play the video? I'm sorry, I was busy in the background. I can't pay attention.
Don't worry. Do what you are doing. You are doing very well. It's no, it's only talking about the, let's say, the way how the nature is regenerating and utilize the fields, the space offered from the other tree. Because it's like a jungle, I negligate from some time. It's searching the light. It's let's say struggling to survive.
Sorry, did
So
you want
I
me to
will-
play the audio? Is that what you're saying?
No. The audio,
Okay.
it's all, I explain in Romanian what's happening with the same thing.
Okay.
Because it's very, very, let's say, have a lot of meter, 4 5 meter more. It's difficult to harvest. And I left what it with the fruit. And when I cut, I observe this beautiful tree flowers. I will see what's happening with this.
Okay, thanks, Dan. Is there anything else you'd like to add to that, or anybody have any questions about that for Dan?
No, thank you, Rick. Let's say, I feel it. I put in what I feel in the, to not be quiet and to share my experience.
I thank you for that. Thank you, Dan. Okay, we've got a contribution. Let me see if I can get it lined up here. It's from Jefferson. Oh, we have a hand up here too somewhere. Oh, there's Gianni. Okay.
You bring him this time.
Yes, don't touch your buttons. Don't touch the buttons, Mark.
I'll make a video of that one of these days. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I told you it was like pin the tail on the moving donkey.
Yeah, well, at least we know, and you're just going to have to avoid that in the future until we get that sorted out, until they sort out their software. It's ridiculous. Oh, Johnny, you made it. Thank goodness.
Hello, Rick. Hello, Juan.
Sorry about
that, Gianni. That was my fault. I went to bring you in, and the screen moved, and I hit the wrong button, which is not the first time I've done that, as Rick knows, but I take full responsibility for that.
It's okay. It's okay, Mark. It's okay. Don't happy, be horrid. Okay.
I was going to say, Gianni, the one that's going to park in the parking lot until they let you into the exhibition center, or was that someone else?
Vă rog să please, Dan Baliș, te rog dacă se poate traduce și în română să ascultăm și cei care suntem aici.
Okay, because it's a lot of colleagues in surround of Gianni. I will try to translate also for listening the other colleagues from English in the Romanian and back. Mark, can you please repeat because I not hear you very well?
No, Mr. Keshe mentioned that somebody said they were going to park in the parking lot until they camp in the parking lot until they got into the exhibition center. And I was wondering if that was Gianni. He's very mobile.
Marc a zis că este foarte interesant. Domnul Keshe a zis că o să parcheze, o să campeze în fața la Linz până când o să intre la înăuntru. Și s-a întrebat, ai fost tu, Gianni, de ai campat acolo în față până o să intri?
Yes.
That was you.
Yes. Ok. Dan Baliș, dacă se poate să pornești și camera.
If it's possible to start the camera, asking Gianni.
I think you should be able to do that now, Gianni.
Ok.
Trebuie să poți să faci asta, but it's needed to, let's say, spotlighting or take out my video.
Yeah, I thought I did that already. Okay.
Manos!
Alenka?
Acum, poate cineva ca să prindă lumina?
Someone, please.
Yeah, I just muted the microphone. Okay, so I'm trying to get Gianni's video up here. Just a sec.
Un moment. Se vede ceva? Nu se vede nimic.
No, nu vede nimica. We can see because it's dark. Only your.
Da.
We can barely see you, Gianni.
Abia te vedem, Gianni.
Da, imediat se aduce lumina aici. Aprind să vedem dacă se vede luna. Da, luna se vede și focul.
In one moment you can see the moon and the fire.
Aici suntem la fel cum știți cu toții de multă vreme, în jurul focului.
We are here like you are knowing behind the fire, surrounding the fire.
Dar de data aceasta, într-o interacțiune cu luna, care se apropie de lună plină.
But now it's, let's say, almost full moon.
Și suntem aici de câteva zile în Iași, de fapt lângă Iași, în Bârnova.
We are here in the, let's say, Bârnova city, close to the bigger city, Iași.
Aici sunt prietenii noștri care ne-au invitat să facem acest lucru.
Here is our friends who invite us to be here. Doar un pic, Gianni. You see how beautiful we are seeing the, let's say, the shimmer, the aura from, I don't know, from because of fire, how you see the people. I-am spus că ce frumos se vede datorită focului, modul care se vede aura, modul care se văd persoanele. Se vede mai mult focul, se văd foarte puțin persoanele în jurul focului, deci numai ca și... Ok, continuă.
Se vede așa și datorită faptului că am plasmatizat locul înainte de a tăia iarba, adică plătuțele, oamenii verticali.
You can see in this manner because we are plasmatized before cutting the wood, no, the wood, the herbs,
the plants.
The plants.
The man vertical.
The vertical man, okay.
Și am plasmatizat chiar și lemnele pe care le ardem.
We are plasmatizing also the branch, the wood who are making the fire.
Pentru că deja începând cu ziua a doua am început plasmatizarea zonei, producerea... Okay.
Don't worry. Because we are already from second day, we plasmatize everything here. The branch, the wood, everything with in surrounding. Okay.
Datorită acestui aspect și faptului că deja majoritatea celor de aici au bobinele făcute.
For this reason and because everybody had the coil already making.
Jucăria mea.
The toys. Da.
Și este magnific cum prietenul nostru,
So beautiful how our friends,
Cătălin, te-aș ruga să spui doar în 2 zile ce sentiment ai, ce și cum facem, ce mi-ai spus, te rog.
Please, Kathleen, can you tell me what the feeling, what you are feel, what you are doing in these 2 days, what you are feel, what your emotion have in these 2 days, please.
Salutare tuturor! Mă bucur să vă întâlnesc pe această cale.
I am very happy to meet you in this way, she's saying Kathleen.
Vreau să vă împărtășesc primele mele impresii după aceste 2 zile. Ne aflăm pe o proprietate care are mai bine de 2 hectare, o livadă.
I want to share the feeling, the emotion who have what I have this, because we are in the, let's say, how to say livada?
Orchard. Orchard.
Spune-te în engleză direct, că e mai simplu.
Nu, lasă, traduc. Că e mai...
ok.
Da.
Dacă poți să zici în engleză, să știi că e mult mai bine pentru că transmiți direct emoțiile tale. Să traduc emoțiile tale.
Ok.
We are in the middle of an orchard of plums. It's a very old orchard, and we have a lot of herbs here. We don't expect any harvest, so it's quite wild here. We'll grow a few animals here. We have a little herd of piglets. We have chickens. We have some lambs. We have rabbits. And from 2 days, we have a very special guest here with tents, and I have a very deep feeling, like we have here a family, like a tribe, and we live here with our herds in the middle of a very special land. It's absolutely amazing. And I hope I can give you this real feeling. Thank you.
Thank you, cum spune Jalal. Aici și Geta. Hello.
Yes, I salute you. She says hello to everybody.
Ok, deja a venit și o lumină, dar mulțumim, avem toate condițiile aici și deja am observat că intrarea în dimensiunea plasmei se face mult mai simplu, mult mai ușor, mergând direct la suflet.
We have the light, we have everything what you are needed, and the enter to new dimension of plasma is making much easy, much in, let's say, in easy way, in plasmatic way. It's like a natural, let's say, I added.
Ok, opresc camera ca să pot să pornesc share-ul.
I will stop the camera to start sharing.
Încep de aici de unde suntem, cu fotografii cu ce am făcut până acum.
I will start with the photo from here, what we are measuring already.
Și chiar ceva mici video în care prezentăm ceea ce se întâmplă magnific.
A little video which present what is happening. It's amazing.
Ok, un moment. Ok. Ok, share. Aici e plin de, e o veselie, râdem împreună. Așa.
Here is a lot of joy. We are, let's say,
am folosit din plin gansuri de CO2 și de zinc oxigen.
We are utilized in the full way guns of CO2 and zinc oxide.
Ne-am conectat deja cu sufletele din jurul nostru.
We are connected with the souls around us.
Și cu toată ora târzie, practic, suntem toți plini de energie.
And it's a late hour, but we are full of energy.
Chiar dacă astăzi de dimineață de la răsărit am fost ca furnicile și albinuțele în aceste 2 hectare de oază.
From the rising of the sun, from the morning, like an ant, like a bee, we are working in these 2 hectares of the land.
Ok, trecem și la foto. În fotografie, prietenii noștri din Republica Moldova, unde am organizat un atelier timp de 2 săptămâni.
Our friends from the Moldavia, we are making, let's say, a workshop. We are working from 2 weeks with this, and we are making the photo.
Și bineînțeles, prietenii noștri ne-au invitat să participăm la un târg și aici te-aș ruga să mai spui câteva cuvinte, unde am fost duminică.
Okay, and here we invite in the, how to say, the place where is the shop, no shop.
It is also in here in Burnova. Our friends organized a presentation from our colleague, which made called pressed oils, and from black throne, I think it's Cătina. Cătina, știți, pot să mă ajut cu asta? Că nu mi-aduc aminte cuvântul.
Dan cătină în engleză. Un fruct bogat în vitamina C de culoare portocalie.
Yes, a fruit with large amounts of C vitamin, and we was very happy to participate in this presentation. And Gianni take the opportunity to speak about plasmatic possibilities, technologies, and we have a successful presentation. Our friends are also, like me, beekeepers, but they have this little center with electric bicycle rent and bicycle coffee, and of course you see these images in a little shop with bioproducts.
Oops. Ok, mulțumesc.
Thank you.
Și imaginile au vorbit de la sine.
The image is talking by itself.
Și același lucru l-am făcut și în Republica Moldova.
The same thing we are doing also in the Republic of Moldavia.
Am vorbit despre posibilitățile utilizării plasmei în extracția de uleiuri și creme.
We are talking about the possibility of extraction of the oil from cream and oil.
Și chiar cu resturile care rămân din procesul de fabricație, reușim să le transformăm cu ajutorul plasmei în săpunuri și detergenți pentru...
Also with what is resting from the process, we are making the cream with the plasma, we are making the soap, we are making biodiversity of the product with plasma.
Practic, s-au deschis posibilități uimitoare peste tot.
It's opening the new possibility in every place, in everywhere.
Și este magnific ceea ce se întâmplă. Voi continua cu fotografiile.
And it's beautiful what is happening. I will continue with the photo.
Aici este zona în care am instalat corturile.
Here is the zone where we are installing the tents.
Aici deja la nano-acoperire bobine.
Here it's already to nano-cover the coils.
Sunt frumoase, magnifice și o să vedem și rezultatele lor.
It's beautiful, it's magnificent, and we are see the result of the utilize the coils.
Ceea ce se întâmplă cu ce am început, am adunat câte o bucățică din fiecare plântuță care există aici în acest spațiu.
What is happening? We are collecting every plant we have in the surrounding, in the place.
Iar de data aceasta am făcut-o cerând permisiunea.
And this time we are asking the permission.
În modul următor.
This way.
Îți dăruiesc din sufletul meu.
I give from my heart, no my heart, or
my soul. Tot ceea ce îți dorești.
Everything what we are yours, wish.
Te rog, dăruiește-mi o frunză.
Please offer me one leaf.
Pentru echilibrarea mediului.
For the balancing the environment.
Fiecare din participanți au făcut-o și în acest mod mulți dintre noi am descoperit
every participant is making this, and we are discovering
că de unele plante, sufletele, nici nu știam că există.
Some plants or some souls, we are not having clue it exists.
Toate aceste plântuțe și frunze care au fost afectate și cele echilibrate, le-am pus într-un butoi.
Every plant with achieve and we are putting the barrel.
Pentru a prepara ceea ce cunoașteți și cunoaștem ca nanoplante.
To prepare of what you are knowing like a nanoplant.
Aici deja avem un alt butoi în care avem nanoplantele făcute în Republica Moldova.
We have another barrel where it's a nanoplant we are making in the Republic of Moldavia.
Mai concret, chiar lângă capitala, lângă Chișinău.
More concrete, more specific closer to the capital of in the Chișinău.
și aici, în acest butoi, nano-acoperim vasele și reactoarele pe care le vom folosi pentru plasmă, pentru producerea plasmei aici în zonă.
And here we are plasmatized, we are nano-covering the recipient with utilizing for making the kit or reactor for utilizing this in this process.
Ok, aici bobinele făcute de colegi.
Here the coils making from our colleagues.
De fapt, cum spunea și prietenul nostru mai devreme, cumva suntem o familie acum.
Like our colleague saying already, we are one family already.
Și parcă am trăit aici dintotdeauna.
Like we are living here from beginning of the time.
Aici am lucrat cu 2 lămpi.
Here we are working with the 2 lamps.
Yes. Și la fel ca și noi, nano-acoperirea s-a făcut din prima.
The nano covering is making in the first time, from the first time.
Deci am arătat o singură dată cum se face și ceilalți au făcut la fel și au obținut nano-acoperirea la fel ca și mine.
We are showing one time and everybody else is making the same thing and to everybody achieve the result, the same result.
De fapt, sincer să fiu, chiar mai echilibrate decât le-am făcut eu.
In true, it's more balancing, is more equilibrated from our coils.
Ok, cam atâta despre zona aceasta. Acum aș vrea ca să vă arăt cum arată cerul deasupra noastră.
Now I want to show it, how it see the sky in top of us.
Lucru care s-a întâmplat și în Republica Moldova.
What is happening also in the Moldavia.
Nu știu cât se poate vedea, dar cerul deasupra noastră este limpede.
I don't know how you see the sky is clear in our top.
Sunt doar puțini nori.
It's few clouds.
Nu știu cât s-a văzut de bine.
I don't know what clear. Vai closer to the moon. Du-te mai aproape către lună, poate dacă reflectă luna, ai un pic de lumină.
Da, o să arătăm în alte momente, că cred că au făcut și ceilalți video, cât s-a putut. Dar ce vreau să spun este că în fiecare zonă, când am început atelierele de plasmă, s-a întâmplat același lucru.
Every time where we are working with the plasma, is happening the same thing. Every time.
Ok, o să deschid și câteva fotografii cu ce am făcut în Republica Moldova.
I will show some pictures we are making with what we are doing in the Moldavia.
Dar scuzați că prima dată pun câteva video făcute astăzi aici.
But first I will show a little video we are making here.
Ok. Share. Aici cum se face nano-acoperirea cu 2 lămpi.
How is making nano covering with the fire?
Se duce bobina la roșu, după care se scufundă plasma care este în acea găleată.
We are making with the flame from the red, in the red, and we are putting in the bucket with the plasma water.
Apoi odată ce pasă de acolo.
De-abia te auzi, Gianni.
Ok.
We are...
Ascultă video.
Ok. numai că nu se aude.
Aici trebuie echilibrată bobina.
Here we are balancing the coil. We are making the shape to be round.
Ok, și acum să vedem nano acoperă bobina.
And now it's nano covering the coil.
Deci, practic, după ce a fost scoasă de nano acoperă, ea deja se poate observa că are
You can observe it's already having the nano coating, nano covering already after we are taken out of the bucket from the first, and this is the second, let's say.
ok. Ok. Acum aș vrea să prezint și cum am aplicat plasma și niște teste pe care le-am făcut aici.
Here I want to present a little test what we are doing here with the plasmatizing water and mirroring the electromagnetic field.
Folosind un pulverizator și clar gansurile pentru a arăta cum funcționează plasma.
Dan, we can't hear you. Can you speak up or increase your...
Okay, sorry.
Something's really quiet.
Okay, now it's better.
Yeah, that's way better. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. We are showing with the plasma water, with the spraying plasma water, utilizing the GANs, how it modify the environment and different measuring.
Aici este un detector de radiații electromagnetice.
Here we have a detector of EMF, electromagnetic fields.
Ok, pornim.
Gianni, numai că nu are sunet. Dai click aici pe săgetuță, dai click pe săgetuță și enable original sound. Ai click pe săgeată stânga.
Săgeată stânga, aici?
Unde share-uiești? Unde share-uiești? Chiar deasupra microfonului.
Stai. Chiar deasupra, nu văd microfonul. Numai puțin că ies și îl pun din nou. Adică...
Acum. Unde share-uiești este chiar în stânga telefonului tău. Unde e săgeata, dacă dai click pe săgeata asta din stânga.
Se vede share-ul meu acum?
Da.
Și unde trebuie să activez aici?
Deci tu dacă dai lângă microfon, în stânga.
Văd.
Dai click pe... Așa, acum, ai acolo pătrățelor roșu.
Da.
Lângă el, deci acum tocmai ai oprit share-ul. Acolo ai pentru audio. You have the audio setting in the sharing. You have the button. Ai un buton acolo când share-uiești. După ce ai share-uit, e dacă vrei să dai cu audio sau fără audio.
Acum imediat.
It's different setting to phone.
Un moment. Mai bine ies și intru și pornesc de la început share-ul.
Ok, dar aceeași problemă să ai.
Nu, că îl fixez de la început.
Ok.
Un moment. Ok. Share. Screen. Ok. Dan, de aici, acum pot să fac, da?
Da, de acolo, dar iar ai din share. It's difficult from the iPhone, from telephone to share with the sound, and we are learning every time how to do it. Deci, din săgetuța unde e dat, când se mărește, ai acolo o posibilitate unde scrie al doilea butonaj jos.
La roșu?
Nu, ăla e să oprești share-ul. Dă-i mai, trage mai încolo. Bun, dai click pe el. Acolo. Nu, dă-i înapoi, pencil. It's difficult to... E dificil să ăsta.
No, ok, o să fac, o să spun eu atunci despre ce este vorba.
Ok, e better, e mai bine așa. Play the video. Ok, și zi în cuvinte. You can see.
Aici am folosit detectorul de radiații și l-am apropiat de un încărcător.
We are closing the detector of the, let's say, the phone to see how field we have. 11, 12.
Se vede cât de puternice sunt radiațiile electromagnetice.
You can see how the powerful electromagnetic field we have. We are spraying.
Am folosit pulverizatorul, pentru că trebuie făcut de mai multe ori. Am făcut-o prima dată, s-au micșorat radiațiile.
We are spraying. It's from 12, it's stepping down to more or less 14.
Și cu încă o pulverizare,
and
și cu a treia pulverizare, câmpurile s-au echilibrat complet.
And with the third spraying, it balancing the film, we have zero emission of.
Aici am pulverizat și telefonul și cu telefonul s-a întâmplat același lucru, s-au echilibrat radiațiile.
We are spraying also the phone and it's happening the same thing, it's balancing.
Aici se mai face un test și cu un alt aparat.
We are making test with the other device. Audio visual device with make it the noise, it's like a beeper when you have the strong fields. You can see the distance.
Aparat care detectează cablurile în perete.
With this, we are detecting the cable in the wall.
La pulverizare, acest aparat nu mai recunoaște.
After the spraying, the pulverizing, it's not seeing anymore.
Același lucru l-am obținut și cu plasma din Ocupă Viață.
The same thing we are achieved with the plasma from One Cup, One Life.
Aici am folosit o combinație dintre CO2-ZNO.
Here we have the combination of zinc oxide and CO2.
Și am obținut același rezultat.
And we are achieving the same result. You can see the receiver of the Wi-Fi. You can see the charging, the other cable when you're measuring the, let's say, electromagnetic field of the wall of the cable.
Ok, acum arătăm cum folosim gansurile, câmpurile generate de gansuri.
We are showing how you utilize the field of the wire of the GANs we have here.
Și cât de rapid echilibrează.
And how effectively and quickly it's working.
De fapt, vorbim de absorbirea radiațiilor electromagnetice.
We are talking about the absorption of the field.
Ok, fac stop share și nu știu, cred că dacă sunt întrebări, câteva întrebări, că suntem și noi cu grupul, ca să poată să meargă și ei la odihnă.
If you have, we are stopping here. If you have some question, because we are with the group and we want to let go to the sleeping in the sleeping way.
Nu neapărat somn, cât mai stăm în jurul focului și continuăm povestea aici.
Not sleeping, it's continuing to the story in the surrounding of the fire.
Și propun ca partea cu ce s-a întâmplat în Republica Moldova o să o pregătesc pentru miercuri dimineața.
And I propose to sharing what's happening in the Moldavia to sharing in the plasma reactor. Rick?
Sorry, what was that again? That he would.
What is happening in the Moldavia, where it's going in the Republic of Moldavia? It's sharing with you and everybody else in the plasma reactor.
Okay, great, excellent.
Because you needed to prepare a photo and video.
Okay, I think Jefferson might have a question here for Johnny. He has a hand up.
Okay, go ahead.
Jefferson, please.
Is it for Johnny Jefferson or for your video?
Hello, Johnny. I would like to congratulate you by this presentation because my work here in Brazil is to prove that the electronics cause very danger to the human beings. Thank you very much by your presentation.
Vreau să te felicit pentru prezentarea ta, pentru că aici în Brazilia și noi vrem să arătăm că câmpul electromagnetic al aparatelor electronice sunt foarte, să zicem, dăunătoare și îți mulțumim foarte mult pentru prezentarea care ai făcut-o.
Thank you.
Like Jala saying.
Thank you.
Da. Să ne mulțumim nouă că datorită tuturor căutătorilor cunoașterii, acum putem să atingem dimensiunea nano, dimensiunea GANS și plasma într-o singură zi.
Thank you again for all the community, because in one step we are achieving the nano state of the GAN state, the plasma state in the same day.
Jenny, I would like to ask to you, what GANs did you use to make this plasma water?
Ce apă plasmatică, ce gaz ai folosit pentru această plasmatică? From the electronic device?
Ceea ce am preparat un pulverizator pentru mediu.
We are preparing spraying the medium.
Am folosit întotdeauna în ultimele ateliere, cum am început și noi, cu cele 4 gansuri de bază.
We are utilizing like always the 4 basic GANs.
Și de data aceasta folosim picături, nu mai folosim cantități mari.
And this time we are using the drops, not a lot amount of the GANs.
Și asta o să prezentăm mai pe larg, pentru că în eprubeta mare pe care ați văzut-o este gansul de CO2, în cea mică gansul de zinc oxigen.
The bigger vial of it's CO2, and in the little vial jar it's zinc oxide.
Datorită faptului că plasma mare o alimentează pe cea mică, apa se restructurează instant.
The bigger it's feeding the smaller, water it's restructuring immediately.
De aici și puterea absorpției radiațiilor de toate tipurile.
For this reason, from here, it's the absorption of radiation of all the kind in this quickly way.
Am făcut și în Republica Moldova și facem și aici cupele, primele.
We are already made in the Moldavia and also here the cup 1 and cup 2.
Și am folosit plasma din o cupă o viață cu același efect.
And we are utilizing the plasma water of the cup 1 with the same effect.
Dar întotdeauna vorbim de puțin gans, plasma lichidă cu salinitate și aminoacidul esențial.
But always we are talking about the plasma water with the salinity, with the salt inside, without washing, with the little GANs and deci a fost atacată din cupă, puțin GANs și aminoacid.
Aminoacidul este esențial pentru că cu el ne conectăm cu celelalte suflete.
Because it's essential, because we are connected with the other souls through the amino acids.
Carbonul este conexiunea.
The carbon is the connection.
Zincul emoționalul.
Zinc is the emotional side.
De data aceasta lucrăm cu atenția, intenția, emoția.
This time we are working with the attention, intention and the emotion.
Suntem în poziția în care lucrăm cu sufletul.
We are in the position of working with the soul.
De aici rezultatele vorbesc în numele nostru. Mulțumim.
For this reason, the result is talking in our place. Thank you.
Thank you. If you can put the description of these GANs in the group, I would like. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dacă poți să pui descrierea GANs-lor in the chat or in the group. Recunoscător, zice persoană.
If he can put the description in the group, in some group, or send it to Rick, and Rick send it to me, please.
Cred că o vom face miercuri, pentru că să ne continuăm și noi programul. Vă rugăm.
We are making in the plasma reactor. We are talking because now it's needed to continue with the workshop in the, let's say, in the place of this city where it's surrounding the fire. Jefferson, it's we are reading, putting the chat, and we are continuing to. Don't worry, we will send to you what is needed about the gas.
Gilly, it's because my intention is to put these GANs in a dynamic reactor and see what is the effect.
Dorința mea este să pun aceste GANs într-un reactor dinamic să văd care este efectul.
Cu plăcere fac toate descrierile. S-au făcut deja sute de ore de video în care sunt descrise toate procedeele.
We are making hundreds of hours of video where is describing the processing and everything else. But with the pleasure, we are making and sending, explaining what it's about.
Folosim și reactoare dinamice învârtite de vânt.
We are utilizing also the dynamic reactor spinning of the wind.
Dar am reușit cu sorii pe care îi facem, soarele GG, să creăm dinamica fără vânt. Doar din câmp.
We are achieving making this without wind by dynamic between the GANs, the fields.
Asta le vom detalia pe parcurs pentru că acum avem și internet și putem să o facem. Mulțumesc și ne retragem.
Thank you very much. Saying Gianni, we are let's say continue with our workshop when we are thank you to be present here and we are continue to present next time.
Thank you, Gianni. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you very much, Gianni, once again for your presentation here. It's great to hear from you, and I'm glad you're with the group there and doing some good work.
Ne bucurăm foarte mult că ești prezent și cu noi, mulțumim că ești prezent aici, mulțumim că ești acolo cu grupul și ne împărtășești și ne bucur de fiecare dată.
Mulțumim, Rick. Te salutăm de aici, din Iași.
We are saluting from here to Iași, historical city.
Mulțumesc că anul acesta am început cu făcutul gansurilor, cu crearea gansurilor la minus 14 grade.
Thank you, because in this year we are starting the making guns in the minus 14 degrees.
Și am arătat, faptele au spus că putem să facem gans în orice condiții când o facem cu sufletul și putem obține tot ceea ce ne dorim. Mulțumesc!
It's possible to creating the guns in every place, in every not shape environment, let's say, when you put the soul, intention, and we are achieving a lot.
Atenție, intenție, emoție.
Intention, attention, and emotion.
Thank you.
Good combo. All right. There's no more questions, then we can move along to presentation by Jefferson, and we got one from Hassan as well. Okay, Jefferson, since you've already come up here, let's have a look at your video first, and then we'll go to Hassan. Can you explain a bit about this, perhaps, before we get into it?
Okay, Rick, this video was made here in Brazil. This is a experimental implementation of MAGRAV. It's not a conventional MAGRAV. It's made only by 2 coils of MAGRAV, and the system is not connected directly through the grid. It only touches the wires. One coil touches the phase wire, and the other coil touches the ground wire. And the effects you will see in the video. If you can play, please.
Yeah, just excuse me, Liliana, you're sharing your screen. Yeah, I don't think you mean to do that. Could you stop and let me just interfere with it there? Okay, let me get back to where I was. Okay, so we can share the audio with this too, correct?
Yes, if you want.
Right. Alright, I think I got it lined up here now. So this is about 5 minutes long, and I'll just play it right through. Is that the idea? I think so. Alright, here we go.
2020.
Fala quem você é.
Sou Reginaldo,
da empresa
da Online LED. Estamos aqui no painel de LED na Avenida Independência, esquina com o Pare Café.
Eu sou o Jefferson Modesto, amigo do Reginaldo aqui também. Nós estamos fazendo uma implementação de...
Então, a gente está colocando uma grave aqui no painel de LED para ver se a gente consegue reduzir a quantidade de energia elétrica, né? Que vem na faixa aí de 2.900, 2.800. E a gente estava medindo aqui, no dia que a gente instalou, a gente estava medindo, ela estava dando uma média, estava limitando, né? Depende da propaganda que passa. Estava dando entre 8, 12 e dando direto 60 amperes. 60 amperes, uma amperagem bem alta, né? E a gente instalou uma grave e a gente voltou aqui agora, foi dia 4 que a gente instalou. A gente voltou aqui agora e está monitorando. A gente percebeu que ele está dando bem menos vezes os 60 amperes. Ele dava direto 60 amperes. Agora você vê aí, ó, tá oscilando entre 14, 12, 10, 9, 10, 12, ó, 30. Dificilmente ela está dando os 60 amperes. Ela oscilava direto entre limite mínimo e limite máximo. Agora ela parece que ela está segurando, tá vendo? Parece que ela está... E isso tem que... Isso foi dia 4 que a gente instalou, tem 3 dias que nós instalamos. Então nós estamos monitorando para ver se semana que vem a gente consegue ver se essa amperagem cai para mais. Cai na amperagem, tem redução na conta de energia.
Aqui nós temos as duas bobinas somente de uma grave, né? Nós não usamos o projeto com 3 bobinas, fizemos um projeto com 2 bobinas independentes, elas inclusive não fazem contato uma com a outra, né? E uma está ligada em uma das fases e a outra no neutro, que na verdade é o aterramento aqui desse sistema.
Que fala que altera, né?
Exatamente. Então, pelo que a gente está percebendo, realmente na primeira inspeção, antes da instalação de uma grave, as oscilações eram muito maiores, na verdade mantinha um nível
30,
de amperagem muito
30,
maior.
40, 50, 60. A gente tem tido ainda uma queima de fonte, mas pode ser em função do calor do verão, né? Nós estamos aí no pleno verão, quer dizer, primavera, com estilo de verão, né? No Brasil inteiro. Então isso acaba influenciando também a temperatura da fonte.
Vou mostrar para vocês aqui o fundo do painel. Depois eu vou filmar a frente do painel. É um painel composto por quantos módulos?
1, 2, 3, 4, 8, são 12 quadros, né? 12 módulos, né? Com 4 fontes em cada um, 8 fontes cada um.
Dá um total de 80
fontes.
E poucas fontes. Mais ou menos de 5 watts cada uma.
São 64 fontes. 5 watts saída e cada uma 40 amperes, né? Isso. 5 volts. Trabalha com 5 volts.
Nós estamos testando essa implementação de uma grave que não é ligado em série com o circuito. Ele é ligado apenas em contato com a rede elétrica. Ele faz contato, mas por ele não atravessa a corrente do circuito. É uma implementação teste que a gente está fazendo para ver qual vai ser o resultado. O objetivo seria plasmar toda a fiação, o circuito todo dos equipamentos eletrônicos e também a estrutura metálica, né? Toda a estrutura metálica que compõe o painel.
Nós estamos aqui mais ou menos uns 8 metros, 10 metros de altura do chão.
Esse painel fica num posto de gasolina. Estamos aqui no posto do Ipiranga, na rua Padre Café.
Aqui, mostra como é que é o painel por dentro, o módulo.
Aqui um módulo interno. Vocês vão ver internamente como são os módulos. Aqui você vê cada módulo com 4 fontes, tá? E aqui circuito dos painéis de LED. É isso aí. O Ginaldo, as últimas considerações.
Bom, valeu. Vamos fazer a leitura. Vamos fazer a leitura agora da CEMIG. A gente está com problema para fazer a leitura, porque aquele leitor fica no poste, a gente não consegue ver. A gente quer fazer uma leitura, chamei a CEMIG para trocar a lente, a gente consegue fazer, para anotar a leitura e fazer a leitura periodicamente toda semana para ver se cai também no relógio.
Exatamente. Isso é a equipe de buscadores de conhecimento da tecnologia do plasma aqui no Brasil, em Juiz de Fora, Minas Gerais. Obrigado a todos.
Okay, thank you, Jefferson, for your contribution there. Is there anything else you want to say about that?
Thank you, Rick. After this installation, the reduction of the bill get 50%. We gain 50% in economy. After this implementation, we tested to put only the gas sprayed in the panel, and the result was better. It's very much better than with the McGrath. That is, only the gas can reduce the consumption of energy. Can you continue, Rick? Thank you very much.
All right, any questions for Jefferson? Okay, thank you, Jefferson, and I think now we'll move on to Hassan. Hassan, are you ready to show some? I've got your pictures lined up, your cucumbers and so on.
Yeah, I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Yes, hi.
Hi, everyone. It's a picture which I shared last year with the Brazilian meeting on Wednesday. And it is cucumber which was sprayed with just cup of life, cup 1. And I'm not specialist in agriculture, but I saw that I searched on internet that usually they harvest cucumber around 4 months when they start to plant it, and those ones are harvested at 2 months old. And they're really huge. And even when you see the small cucumber already flowering, very small but already flowering, the last picture I sent you, with a huge radish, which fits in my hand. All of them just sprayed with cup 1, plasma water. Yeah, that's the radish. It's crazy. I never thought that radish could go so big. And cucumber, I don't know, those which are specialists in agriculture, Gianni can tell us if the cucumber usually they harvest the normal time with normal agriculture, if they harvest it around 2 months or they wait really 3 to 4 months. Just searching on Google, I saw that they harvest after 4 months of growing them. Yeah. And I sent you a message, Rick, another private message. I don't know if you read it. If I can.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead with that testimonial, feel free, Hassan.
Yeah, thank you. I tried many times to stop food consumption totally. It was not that easy in the beginning. First time I started, it was 2018 when I was using the formula which Mr. Keshe gave us. I love you, my soul. I live you, and I love with you, and I adore you. It helped me. I made 1 week like with really 95% of reduction of food. I was just chewing during the day. Maybe I will chew. I will chew small stuff, and but after 1 week, I went back to food, and I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago in a knowledge seeker workshop, I said that I tried 3 days without food, but I chewed 3 olives on those 3 days, every day 1 olive, and I went back to food, but always limiting the food. And during that period of this 3 olive, I was using the new secret which Mr. Kes gave us to tank your amino acid when you go to the shower, and to ask for any energies you need. The energies which I used to ask is love and peace, because I still have sometimes temper. Yeah, you get angry, you don't know why you get angry. I don't know if it's our menstrual cramps, because Mr. Keshe said even men get menstrual cramps. And but 5 days ago, after watching Mojan's Andreas teaching about Mojan's, and teachings are in the beginning, maybe it might seem hard to understand, but when you get used to, after the second one, you start to understand his way of explaining things. And the 8 lessons, I will say that there's 2 tips which I tried. He talked about when you get a hunger, you just greet the hunger. Hi, how are you? You welcome it, and goodbye. See you next time, or maybe never. The same tips another tips which he give about when you focus on a problem and you are concentrated there with the telescope, you just pull back the telescope, and the same, you greet the problem. Hello, how are you? And goodbye, see you later, or maybe never. And that thing, I'm using it for 5 days now, and I decided really to stop food totally, not to chew. And it's going very good. I'm on my 5th day today. At that moment we are talking, my last dinner was 5 days ago, and I did not take no food. I'm drinking coffee. I drink 3 coffee a day without sugar, and maybe 2 tea. So I'm at 5 liquid consumption, let's say, but not water at all. I'm not using water. Even though in the tea there's water and in the coffee there's water, but I'm not using water to drink. I'm not even using plasma water. During these 5 days, I just take 1 sip of zinc oxide water. I did not use other things. I did not drink too much of plasma water. In my teas, I put a little bit of sugar, maybe 1 small cube of sugar in the tea. But in the coffee, for 21 years now, I'm drinking coffee without sugar. And maybe the first 3 days, the first day, you don't feel no dis-ease. The first day, because the food of the last night which I have eaten, so the next day I was still feeling the food is in my body, so no dis-ease. The next day and the third day, a little bit of weakness on my legs, just my legs. Like I feel that my legs are weak, and I have to rest a little more. But I think that's because the body is balancing. But no panic. In the beginning, you used to panic 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when you were at the beginning of trying things, when Mr. Keshe gave us tips. So you panic because people around you too panic and push you to not do that. That's not, it's not sure to do this thing. You can die of it. But these 5 days ago, now that we understand completely that the body do not need really that much food. I'm not pushing nobody to stop completely food. Huh? It's really, as Mr. Keshe say, when you are ready, you know that you are ready. When the contract with your soul is made, your soul help you a lot. And I did not just stop food for my fifth day today. I was a huge cannabis consumer. Every day for 20 years now, I'm consuming heavy dose of cannabis. I can go for maybe 10 to 20 joints a day. And I decided with the Mehran system of grading it and telling it goodbye. And it's simple and it works. It's really simple. Sorry, there's the mosque. Let me try to go inside. I don't have that much network. And for 5 days today, I'm really without cannabis, and I'm not feeling at all to go back to it. I thought that I could never stop that. Everybody asking me, I used to tell them no. Up to my last breath, I will smoke cannabis. I cannot stop that. My 5th day today, and really I don't feel no need to go back to it. Even for the food, what's happening is that for 5 days now, I get more sensitive to every smell. Really, people can be maybe 4 meters from me eating a mango, and I can get the scent of the mango really strong. That's one of it. And when they are eating, friends which are eating, we are living together, and when they are eating, do not disturb me. I'm sitting with them, I'm not eating, but the smell of the food, I feel that it's feeding me. It's really feeding me now. I just have to smell it for maybe they are eating. After 10 minutes, they are done. And it's like I have eaten too. And we know that Mr. Keshe said, it starts with the odor, even the odor feeds you. And yes, I wish I will continue like that. I know today I'm 100% sure that we can stop food. First 3 days, maybe it is a bit harder to handle, but after 3 days, on the 4th day, it becomes like a routine. Everybody around eating and mangoes. I have a big mango tree in the house and food non-stop around, free food. God bless Africa. We have oranges and mango all year for free here in the Gambia. And yeah, I wanted to bring that to you. And if you can add to my energies so that I can stay without food for a while now, forever. And why I decided to stop food and to stop smoking. I'm still smoking a bit of cigarette. I'm a heavy, not cigarette smoker. I smoke raw natural tobacco. We have a natural tobacco here, which they sell is far more cheaper than cigarettes. And I was a heavy smoker of that too, but I decided to slow down that too. I'm on 5 a day. I used to smoke 20 a day, tobacco, natural tobacco too. Cannabis stopped completely, tobacco on the way, because for the tobacco, a bit harder for me. I don't know why, but I think that in some days I will be able to disconnect even the tobacco completely. And that's what I wanted to share, guys. And I will come back with an update if I fell down in a way or if I still continue without food, especially food. Food, I really don't feel hunger. And good tips from Mojan, because welcoming it, because all start with the thought. We all know that it's in the brain first before the body moves to take what you want to move. So once the thought comes to you, just greet it, welcome it. Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Goodbye. See you later, or maybe never. And instantly you don't. It's crazy. Instantly, the hunger flies away with the goodbye. Simple tips. The thank you for feeding me after each shower now. In the beginning, I used to forget time to time, but now it's consistently.
All right, perfect. That was a great testimonial, Hassan. Thank you very much.
Rick, Stefan in the chat says she'd like some people to join. Is there a YouTube link or is this only
No, there's
live
no. The testimonials are not broadcast to YouTube, just to live stream. So I can give the live stream link in the chat. For others that would like to watch, and that's where the recording will be as well, on the live stream. What's the other link there, Alenka? Oh, Spanish. Okay, thank you. And Marinus had the question, what was the formula you said for food? I think that was to Hassan.
Yeah, it is the I love you, my soul. I live you, and I love with you, and I adore you. That was at that time, 2018, in the teaching where he gave us that tip. And the other one are from the Mojan, from Andeas, welcoming it and greeting it, and goodbye, see you later, or maybe never. I go for nevermore now, because the later, maybe we'll bring it back, so now with experiencing it, see you never.
Nikolai had this suggestion in the chat, try some salt in your coffee, Hassan. That's that was from Mr. Keshe as well, wasn't it? I can't remember the reference there.
Yeah, yes, it was Rick. Salt in the coffee because the coffee is a nano-material because it is roasted. So try making it with a little bit of salt instead of sugar and see how it is.
He doesn't use sugar in his coffee, but maybe a bit of salt is a good idea if you're trying to quit coffee, for example.
She's saying give a lot of energy. You are not sleeping. You are stay awake a lot.
Right, right.
Okay, I just had a cat step on my keyboard. All right. What else do we have? Is there any other experiences that people have they would like to share? We're at 2.5 hours here. I'd like to wrap up the workshop soon because I have a number of other things to do. But if there's anybody that would like to share something, we can always go for a while more.
Does this go into the student portal as well as live stream?
Yeah, should be in the student portal as well.
Hey Rick, I have something to share, but it's not going to take very long.
Okay.
I'm in a new home here in Arizona, and have moved in here with a roommate. And so the other day, I decided. Oh, you have a mic open. The other day, I had decided to create a bunch of Cup 1 and Cup 2 to set up in the home. And so the other day, I made, I think it was 9 of each cups or something like that, or anyway. So, but my idea for the space was to put a ring of Cup 1 on the outside and get it to be as close to the edges of the walls, so to speak, and then to create a central space for Cup 2. And so they got arranged out into the house. I think it was in total 9 Cup 1 and then 6 Cup 2s. And we have a couple extras that I'm going to give to the neighbors downstairs, 1 of each. And then the plan will be to build the Cup of the Man in the center of the living space. So that will be kind of the central feeding station, and the outer 2 rings of the physicality within the structure of the soul, as opposed to the other way around. And we haven't put the salt water in yet, but yesterday I placed them into their positions and had an interesting dream, which for me has been an indicator of certain fields present. I could also feel a kind of magnetic field across my forehead as I was moving them and placing them into their homes. And so it's interesting, just without salt, and some of them don't even have the finished nano-coated coils. I'm letting those bake in the sun outside right now. So a few of those are not quite even finished yet. And I had an interesting dream where I just remembered a friend's face from a long time ago, but it felt like I was speaking to a higher version of her, some kind of a higher self maybe, or an older version. But it was it was one of the few dreams that I've remembered in the time that I've been here. And it came the night after placing all of the empty glasses around the house. So I thought that was interesting. And another interesting thing is that there happens to be a number of Stella Artois beer glasses in the home here, with I'm sure if anyone's drunk the beer from those glasses, they know what they look like a little gold rim around the top. But it's a Belgian beer. And I thought it was interesting that I was creating these into those glasses. And we don't drink beer here, so we're not going to be drinking from them. But the elevation of the Belgian people is happening regardless. And I thought that was an interesting little wink from the universe, just showing that, yeah, this is what you have available. Go ahead. And I look forward to filling them up. We're going to get some salts delivered soon. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of a mixing of some salts and applying the waters in the next couple days, I think. But the home feels more peaceful already, and things have shifted. So it's even just with that, it's been fun.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you very much for your testimonial. Seems like you always have something going on there.
Yeah, it's hard to keep me away from making things, even in a new place.
Yeah. And
thanks,
you
Rick.
want to sort of bless it and so on, and clean out the old energies and all that, which is the Gans water is great for that. Okay, I'm going to, if there's no other further testimonials, I'm going to wrap things up. I've got a cat tearing his claws at me here because she wants to be fed. and the crows are crowing, and or the roosters crowing and whatnot. So I'm getting signs that it's time. Kay had a question. How are you going to connect the wires to bring about the Cup of Man setup? Not quite sure who that was.
If that's for me, I don't know. Maybe that was misunderstood. There's no wires connecting the different cups. It'll just be the field effect of the outside being cup 1, and then the field effect of the inside being cup 2, and then the center of the living room will have the cup of the 5-cup stacker. So that'll just be field effects, if anything. Not connected with wires.
No batteries included. Okay, and Hassan says, since I stopped food, I can make 4 dreams in a night. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it for today. Thanks everyone for your contributions here to the public meeting for testimonials, the 67th public meeting for testimonials here on Monday, June 13th, 2022. Let me see, what do we have coming up? We have the One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice. That'll be held tomorrow. That's Tuesday, June 14th, starting at 4 p.m. Central European Time. And of course, the day after that is the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group, starting at 7 a.m. on Wednesday, June 15th. And we may have some word from Mr. Keshe somewhere in between there on when the third KFSSI space travel testimonials, or space travel simulation testimonials. This will be the 3rd edition, so we look forward to that sometime in around Wednesday coming up.
In addition, TV Galactica on Tuesday at 11:59 CEST.
Right, thank you, Mark. Okay, keep up the good work out there, everyone, with your various experiments of the plasma technology. Everything's an experiment in a way when we try things with ourselves, and it's great to hear the examples of that. And now more people are aware of the testimonials group here. I guess it's been kind of a closed group. Maybe we need to advertise it in different ways. Maybe we have to hand out free t-shirts or something to get people to show up. In any case, I'll remind folks that the next testimonials meeting, like this one, the 68th one, will be in July, the 2nd Monday of July, which is the 11th of July this time around. So keep that in mind, mark it on your calendar, and there will be reminders. And just think back in between the next month, and I'm sure you'll find things that you can talk about that are part of your plasma experience that you can share with others, and be part of the miracle that is the knowledge of the plasma technology, and not just the knowledge, but the knowledge and implementation of the plasma technology. All right. Well, I think that's it for now. I'm going to go out with the Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit, but this time with the the talking version. And thank you, everybody. See you next time around.
The revolutionary new Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit is due to be launched in June 2022, and in the same year is expected to fly passengers into space, to the moon and beyond for a day or even several days at a time. There is no need for the Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit to carry food or medicine, as it is equipped with the latest space technology for transportation, transmutation and deep space operation. This extraordinary breakthrough technology ushers in a new era of travel without the need of fuel, food, or medicine, even during the longest excursions into deep space. Each spaceship unit has a 4-passenger capacity for long or short duration flights and has the capability to travel between cities on Earth in a matter of seconds to minutes, depending on the distance and speed. This ability to traverse massive distance in such incredibly short time is not just a breakthrough for human transport, it also completely revolutionizes the transportation of goods and cargo and will rapidly overcome the need for one of our most polluting practices, namely marine shipping, as it finally breaks us free not only from the combustion of heavy diesel, but from the combustion of any fuel for propulsion in the future. The Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit, a new paradigm in space travel, space medicine, and space technology.